Good.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the ASMR Voice Crack podcast. I don't know what actually happened there, but here's the intro music. I don't know what came over me during that intro music, but I was sat there like spurging out, like throwing up middle fingers. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know.
I was quiet during that one. Are you proud?
Yeah,
Are you happy?
yeah. That's what you should do every time.
Yeah, I should do that all the time. Really, just fucking shut up. Just stop talking.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So, last podcast we talked about your kind of shitty job. It wasn't all bad, but it wasn't good.
The job itself wasn't shit. Just like what they were expecting of me was shit.
Yeah, and we also talked about my holiday, and so you're kind of free now, aren't you? You're looking for jobs, but you're going to be free essentially.
No, I am free. There are no strings on me.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be free for like the foreseeable future-ish for a little while, aren't you? Probably for the rest of the month, I'd say.
Probably for the rest of my life, because I'm a fucking loser.
Probably forever. Until like you run out of money and become homeless and die, you'll probably be free. So, great news, Judd.
Go on, what?
My family's going away again this month, right? And I've got the house to myself for a week. A full week.
Okay. Now,
so,
is it like the middle of this month?
No. Well, it's kind of the end of the month, towards the end.
End of the month. Maybe I can come over then, because at some point during the week I'm going to be having the house free for a week. But the thing is, I'm watching my dogs. Like, they pay me to watch both of the dogs. So it just depends.
Do you know what date that is?
I could go ask after this podcast, or I could do it during,
Yeah, go find out now, quick. Go find out. So I want to know if you'll be coming for this, because it affects what happens.
It's great podcast content. Me leaving for.
It's fine. Don't worry. I'll vamp. It's good. So the reason I'm asking what it's doing is because we might have some cool ass stream plans for like a week straight, maybe. I'll have to see how it works, but it'd be like essentially 2 weeks today. We might be streaming like every day for about a week, and I'm talking like long ass streams. These would be like 4 hours.
I can't. She's on the phone, and I'm just like, really quickly, can you just tell me which day it is? I'm, watching the dogs, and it's just like, no, I'm on the phone. I'm like, well, just say it really quickly. It's just like, no. So I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
Okay,
that's mum logic, that right there, isn't it? Yeah. Right. So anyway, what I was saying, I kind of briefly hinted at it while you were away. From the 17th to the 24th of August, my house was completely free. So on the 17th, nothing will be happening, because I'm kind of going to be preparing for the week ahead. But on Sunday the 18th, I'm planning on having like not a party, because there'll not be people coming around, but like, so essentially all the people in my band, a couple girlfriends, and you, essentially. So on what?
Friends.
You keep everything. The start of everything you're saying keeps cutting out.
I am one of the girlfriends.
Oh, right, okay. Well, maybe you should actually say the first half of the words that you're saying instead of just going friends.
I'm not gonna try.
That's a stream joke right there. Anyway, so we're gonna have a little thing of that, and then essentially like the Monday to Thursday night. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 nights in a row. At least one of the lads from the band will have his computer, and we'll be doing some LAN stuff and streaming for like a long time for every day of that week. So there'll be at least one of them there. At most there'll be 3 of them there. So there'll be at least 4 of us streaming like in the same house every day for like a week, and you can stay as well if you're not dog sitting. So
I'm pretty sure I am on those dates though.
Well, you'll have to check if it's. It depends if it's midweek or not. But even if you are, I mean, you could still Discord in, couldn't you? So
I can't. I mean, the internet at my nan's is garbage, but I can try.
You could do it. You could manage it. It also kind of depends what we're playing. I think we were planning on playing Minecraft for quite a bit because we can all be on the same world in the city. Because if we're all in the same land place, you don't have to pay for a server. Maybe Apex, depending on how many people are here. Because if it's like me, one other guy, and you, we've got a team, haven't we? Then stuff like Gary's Mod, maybe. Maybe some Borderlands 2. We can have a 4-person team and try and like speed run it.
Yeah.
All sorts. Who knows? We've not really decided what we're going to play. I think we'll probably end up deciding just whatever we feel like on the day. But yeah, so if you're watching this or listening to this or whatever, it'll probably be starting Monday 19th of August, that evening. Maybe starting around, don't know, 4 or 5 p.m, maybe a little bit later than that. Who knows? That's British time, by the way. So yeah, that's that. I just wanted to get that out of the way and advertise that and say it because it sounds really cool. I hope people get what I'm talking about. There's essentially going to be a bunch of people at my house and we're all going to be streaming like quite a lot of different stuff and it'll be fun.
It does sound good. I really like to do it. I just don't know if I'm free yet, so.
Yeah. Well, when as soon as we're done, find out, or even like later during the podcast, we can see if you will be there or not. You can just go and ask your mum when she's off the phone and not being weird. So yeah, that's that. It should be fun. And we will be probably drunk a lot of the nights, so that'll be fun too. Who knows?
Yeah, bunch of dudes, together. They're all drunk, you don't know. You don't know what's gonna happen, really. Do you?
Who knows? Who knows what gay shit'll happen? Anything.
Literally anything.
Speaking of gay shit, Judd, I've been watching. I got a Netflix subscription, and I've been watching BoJack Horseman. We started watching that together. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked the first episodes more than any of the other ones, to be honest. They've kind of swapped too much of the humour for sad.
It gets way sadder, like, as it goes on, like.
Yeah, I'm not all in on the sad. Like, I don't just want to watch a depressing programme. The thing I liked about it is that it was like ha-has all the way through, sad. I was like, oh. Like right at the end, yeah. And that I liked that because you got a bunch of ha-has and then it goes, yeah, but things are really bad though, aren't they? And everyone's like,
do you remember how much you hate yourself? It's like, oh, I do remember that. I wish I didn't, but so.
But now in the episodes, I'm like sort of, I think I've done both seasons. Like I've finished season 2.
There's 3 seasons in there.
Is there? I think there might be 5. I'm not sure.
Okay, that might be even more then. I can't really remember. I have watched them all. I just can't remember. It's been a while.
Well, I've watched through all of 1 and 2. And season 2, it's kind of like sad. Some jokes. Sad. Oh. Yeah. So, I don't know. I watch it every so often, but I'm not that into it. The other thing we were watching recently was Stranger Things. I was getting you into that. Have you watched more of it?
For the first full season.
You've finished season 1?
Yeah, I finished season 1.
You keep cutting out at the start of your mic again.
Yes, I have been.
No, I've got it. I got it. I heard it. I heard it, okay? I heard it, but it keeps like cutting out still. What did you think of season 1? No spoilers for people who haven't seen it, but I thought it was sick.
Yeah, it is. It's great. It's really good. It's like the. Was pretty much hooked. I don't know if I was super hooked. Like, I'd say I'm enjoying it. If I'm basing it off like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Stranger Things, then already into it more than I was Game of Thrones, but not as much as I was with Breaking Bad. Because Breaking Bad was I'd watched 2 seasons in one day. Like.
I think that's excessive. I'll let that go, but like, it's objectively better than Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, no, Game of Thrones. Yeah, it is absolutely. I'm talking about Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I'd put it above Breaking Bad, definitely, because there was some points in Breaking Bad that, like, the first 4 like the last season of it, I just forget about. There's no point, to be honest. Not that it was bad, it just was pointless, so I just forgot about it. But
You thought after the Gus thing that it should just be over, didn't you? You just thought,
yeah,
good, final big bad.
there weren't any reason to have it keep going, and I think they kind of might have realised that and been like, oh, actually, we might just stop here. Yeah, but even then, there was like one or normally only one, but sometimes like 2 episodes per season where I'm like, ugh, I don't really care for that at all. But for me,
Yeah.
every Stranger Things episode had something good in it. Like there was always like a reason to watch that episode.
Yeah.
And so season 2 actually has one episode where you could say don't bother with it.
Yeah.
But it was still kind of cool. And season 3 is just great. All of it's just great. So yeah, Stranger Things is awesome. I also
really enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I actually didn't do that segue very well because I said speaking a bunch of gay stuff and then never mentioned this other program I was going to get onto.
Yeah, you started talking about Stranger Horsemen, so I'm just like, all right, okay, I like those things, but
I've actually started watching Queer Eye. You know what that is, Judd? You heard of that?
But why? Why would you do that?
Because I don't mind it. It's all right. It's not, I don't pay much attention to it. Like it's one of them that you stick on while you're doing something else. But like I sort of like when they're cutting like because it's not there's some stuff about it that I don't like that much. Like every so often they'll do an episode like it's based on an older show, but is essentially the exact same thing. Wait a minute, who's this?
Guy?
Yeah, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. It's is a thing. But then they'll like every so often they'll do it for a gay guy, and it's like, well,
so it's just
that's not the premise of the show.
Gays then, yeah.
So, I think. Who is that? Tessoteric. Tessoteric says, "Hey, I can't." It's blue text on a background. That doesn't look very good.
Background, all right.
Anyway, so yeah, they do it. They'll like do it for a gay guy every so often, or they'll do it for a woman every so often. As
gay people, yeah, I know. Like you know, they shouldn't be allowed, to have the same rights as us. Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Just as a disclaimer, that's not the problem that we have with it. It's just like that's not the premise of the show, though. And
I know it's supposed to be like gay fashion for straight men. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like using things that gays do well to help spruce up a straight guy who's struggling. That's the whole premise of the show. And I really like that. And I think that the reason I like watching that is because there's not... You know, whenever you watch any of these makeover programs, most of it's women who get the makeover. Because generally women care about makeovers and that sort of thing more. And then you'll get gay people on it sometimes as well, but you barely ever see a straight man makeover thing. Obviously you will, but it's not. It's a lot more rare, and I find it and I find that a bit interesting. Like I like the idea of like the men's fashion and like makeover stuff for men that's like quite manly because they're all straight guys. And like there was this, they quite often do it in like the deep south of America. So these are like kind of quite manly guys. I mean, the stream already knows that I'm bisexual, but this is what I'm going to say is really gay anyway. I don't care. It is, but it has always been a dream of me to get a proper professional makeover, like it actually has. Like I'd love to have like I'd basically, yeah, like a Queer Eye thing where just basically they're just like, well, you're fucking gross. Let's try and fix you. Yeah, I like it, and I like the show. I like watching it, but I always skip the ones where it's a woman or a gay guy, and that's not because I've got anything against that.
I get it. Get it. You know,
it's because
one's
I think
a dishwasher, one's a
Okay,
just
whatever. For legal reasons, that's a joke. The thing is, I think I'm not even into this show because it's a bunch of gay guys doing it. Like I don't care about any of that stuff. I think I'm into it because I like seeing like straight, like fashion for people like me, and that. So that's kind of like what I like about it. I think so. Yeah, Queer Eye. It's pretty fun. So yeah. Also, there's one more like show I wanted to tell you about. Well, actually, there's 2 shows that I wanted to talk to you about. Have you watched? Do you have Amazon Prime?
I don't have Amazon Prime, no.
But do you watch some Amazon programs like at Dad's or anything like that? Because they have like a Fire Stick, don't they, and that sort of thing.
Well, they don't have a Fire Stick or anything like that anymore. They have. Do they?
They
I
have
think they actually just bought it.
some of that bollocks, don't they?
Prime.
Well, yeah, you need it to watch the programs, but like, do you sometimes watch Amazon programs at their house or anything like that?
Very, very rarely. Like, not really. So,
Well, there's two shows on it that I think you'd really like. Obviously, because it's me, they're both superhero based.
One of them, The Boys.
Yeah, but I wanted to get onto that second. The first one is The Tick.
Oh, The Tick. Yeah, that's supposed to be fantastic.
It's
not
fantastic. There's an good.
Good
one. Good one. Yeah, that's a good one. You know how your mic's like cutting out and things like that? Yeah. Why do you ever wonder why that's happening when you do stuff like that?
I don't know. Maybe because I'm stupid.
Yeah, The Tick, right? It's kind of like, it's weird. It makes me a little bit uncomfortable, just in general. Why? The Tick, 'cause it's like I'm watching it and like there's points where like it's ridiculous. It's not meant to be taken serious. In that, like, the Tick like can't die. Like, he's invulnerable and all this sort of thing. And obviously he's a caricature. And all the like enemies and the heroes that are in it are all like exaggerated and silly. And it's I think it's mostly supposed to be a comedy. And the reason I say I think is because there's sometimes I'm sat there watching it thinking, I think I'm supposed to find this funny. I might be finding this funny. Not sure. I am enjoying it. I know that. I don't know if I'm enjoying it because it's funny or what. Whether there's just pretty colours or I'm not so sure.
I thought you were going to say that, like, you're not too sure if, like, it's supposed to be a horror.
No, it's not a horror.
I'm supposed to be scared right now.
No, but I feel slightly uneasy because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. Because I think it might be funny. But I don't know, and that's kind of weird and scary.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. I know that. It's like that's kind of, and it is a comedy, and I do find it funny sometimes. And it's just weird, not in a scary way. I think you should, if you can, you should watch it because I think you would get it more than I do. You would probably understand why it's funny more than I do, but it's
maybe I don't know.
It is funny, I think. I don't know. It's hard to explain. What I do know is it's weird. Like it's weird and sort of exaggerated. As in, like Knight Rider, like that car that they had on that one show. Well, there's on
that one show, Knight Rider.
Well, there's kind of a rip-off of that called Danger Boat. And like he's kind of like all through season 2, you think he's trying to get with the main character who's a human. Like, probably. He's probably doing that. Like, he asks him to come and watch films with him sometimes and that sort of thing. And
this sounds awesome. I don't know what you're on about.
It is good. I think you would like it, and I think you would understand why you like it more than I do. But the other one is The Boys, and there's 10 episodes in the first season, and I've blasted through it in 3 days. Which for a lot of people they would like. Well, I just watched it all in like one sitting, and fair enough. But I don't. That's not me. I don't do that. My attention span doesn't allow me to do that.
I was going to say you've got ADD, aren't you?
Plus, I'm just quite busy in general, so I don't get time for it. So for me, blasting through a series in like 2-3 days, especially being as I've been on holiday and been doing like activities and stuff, and been swimming and doing archery and all sorts, and I've still managed to get through it in like 3 days. And Jesus Christ, I love that show. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's really good. There's like the violence is all over the top. The premise is like not something like too overbearing. It's like something that you could come up with your mates down at pub, but it's kind of implemented in a nice way. They don't try and get too like cocky with it and try and get a lot of artsy stuff out of the concept either.
Yeah.
It's just good. Like and it sort of appeals to a lot of people who like sort of meaningful topics being in their like programming. There's like stuff to do with like sexual abuse and like power in the workplace and stuff like in certain places, and like sort of like there's some gay issues as well with like this religious guy who's actually who like preaches all that pray the gay away stuff, but actually is like underground gay himself, and it's essentially
he's actually a mole person, but he's gay. Yeah.
No, he's actually a stretchy dude because all the heroes.
He's a stretch Armstrong. Yeah.
Yeah, all the heroes in it, similar to the Tick. The Tick does have quite a lot of that. All the heroes in it are like hero tropes. So there's a Superman, there's a Wonder Woman, there's a Flash, there's a stretchy man, there's an invisible guy. You know, there's all the typical powers. But the premise of it is that they're all a lot more human, and they're all kind of dicks and are trying to. There's an Aquaman type of guy, and they're all trying to like preserve their reputation and make money. Essentially, it's all.
Yeah. I watched Critical's like little thing about it, and he also said it's fantastic. But he said they're sort of like they're there to make money, like they're a product.
Yeah,
like,
it's a private organization.
He said they're kind of like he wants to say like Instagram celebs, like they're
it's
like
not quite like that though,
because
Instagram celebs are a lot of time are just like pretty and independent, but these superheroes all work for a company.
Oh right, okay.
It's like there's essentially a shield.
He might not have said that actually. I might have just like fucking pulled that out.
Yeah,
so I can't remember.
Well, there's essentially it kind of picks and chooses where it wants to be realistic and where it doesn't, but in a good way. Yeah. As in, the powers and like the violence and stuff is not realistic. At all, but the ideologies and like most of the time, like what would happen, if people did have all these unrealistic things that they could do, it does happen. So like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I don't. It's especially hard to explain without giving away spoilers. But it is really good show. And I just finished today watching the last episode, and it shouldn't have ended there. It shouldn't have ended. It needed like 2 more episodes for this season because it ended on a right cliffhanger, and there's a bunch of questions, and like there weren't. It is probably my main complaint is the ending of the season in that it doesn't feel like it ended at all. It could have. Yeah. It felt like the end of any of those episodes could have been the end of the season because nothing really got resolved.
Yeah.
So that's the only kind of complaint I have. It could have used a couple extra episodes. I mean, Amazon probably only bought 10 episodes. Is the thing. But
they're probably going to get renewed for more because
they've already been renewed for a second season.
Yeah, I was just going to say people have been apparently loving this.
Let me see. What it's got on Rotten Tomatoes, tomato,
Rotten Tomatoes.
The Boys.
I'll show you my The Boys.
So it's got 82% critics, and I saw some stuff on it. You know when there's like if you scroll down on Rotten Tomatoes, there's like it shows you a bunch of the top critics and what they say about it.
Yeah.
And most of them have some. Like pretty much like either really 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 good stuff to say about it or like pretty good stuff to say about it. Like it was good. Like they would recommend it. But there's 2 that out of 10 that and bearing in mind it's got 82%, so that makes sense that 2 out of 10 would be like bad reviews. And the consensus for those is The Boys isn't the bold deconstruction of superhero tropes its creators seem to think it is. So the thing is with that, they obviously don't get that show at all.
Yeah.
They've purposely put in all the biggest superhero tropes ever. Like, they're all, but like, that's what they do. That's the point. They've put all of that stuff in and gone, and they're all dickheads. Like, that's the thing. That's the premise. So they've not got it. And then the other one says, The Boys fails to be truly subversive in ways that count more than just a wagging... Sorry, I can't fucking read, can I? The Boys...
What the hell?
Right, let me try and read that again.
Okay,
The Boys fails...
Okay, yeah, go on. I'll tell you about this after, go on.
The Boys fails to be truly subversive in ways that count more than just wagging a middle finger at Marvel CEO Kevin Feige. Well, for a start, that's supposed to be a top critic, and that sentence reads like shit. So that's not great. Also, what? What is he on about? There's, like, pretty much every superhero that's in this thing is I can't see any superhero in that show that's anything to do with Marvel. There's none. They're mostly DC
they're all
tropes.
yeah, I was gonna say they're all like DC stuff.
And it doesn't, like, shit on other superhero stuff by any means. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
try and be like, yeah, those other stuff is just no good. It doesn't do that at all. Like, there's nothing that even hints at that. And I don't think it's trying to be subversive. It's not trying to, like, make you think that it's going to go one way and then goes the other. Because right from the very first episode, a guy's girlfriend gets run into mush by one of the superheroes.
That's on the trailer, so that's not a spoiler, but yeah.
So it's like, it's not trying to be subversive. It shows you it straight away, because that's the whole point. So they're just wrong. So that's that. The audience score reflects how good it is really, and it's 94%, which I think is perfect for a score for it, because it's not perfect. Like, the ending isn't really an ending. So that knocks off around 5%, and that's kind of it. But I just wanted to mention it. Helena's here spamming emotes, and it was just such a good show. It's R-rated.
I thought you were going to say it, and it was such a good stream until she showed up as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you bitch.
So what did you want to say, Jid?
Oh, it wasn't anything important. Like, it wasn't like a big, thing. It was just I'm just like in the middle of playing like a Hearthstone game while we not like an actual. It's just a solo adventure, so like I don't have to like give a shit while we talk. But
right,
it's literally just one of the the icons for like who you're fighting.
I'm already bored, Judd.
The character art. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like a big story. It's just some stupid shit that's just happened. But anyway, like it just for some reason says, and I know like obviously the reason, but it just says placeholder over this guy's icon. But the thing is, he's already had a working icon before. It's never said placeholder. Right. So I don't know why the whole. I don't understand. I don't understand why the hell somebody's just decided to like put placeholder over this guy's face, who's already got a.
Anyway, don't worry, audience. I'm going to save you from Judd's boring rambling shit by telling you some ads. Yeah, shut up, Judd. Shut up, Judd. I've got ads to read. Okay, Sanctuary Yoga Studio. That's cool. Let's get that one. Just basically all I want to say is if you're watching this after the fact on YouTube, we stream this live on twitch.tv/gamesbadly. Go watch it live there. You can talk to us, abuse us as much as you want. We already do it to ourselves so much that we don't really care. Also, if you can listen to this on Spotify and Apple Music, if that floats your boat, and if you're listening to it there or watching it after the fact on YouTube, check the links in description of wherever you're listening to it. There's a bunch of cool stuff like merches and links to other crap that you might find interesting. Cool. Also, tweet Bad Dragon. Tell them to send us some weird sex toys. That'd be funny. Yeah.
That's not even a joke anymore now, is it? You're just desperately trying to like.
I mean, we may as well go for it.
Yeah, but like the thing is, it was kind of like a bit before, but now because you say it so often, it's just like, why are they so obsessed? Like
that can become a bit in itself of like, oh fucking hell, he's dildo lovers,
sex toys all the time.
Right, I wanted to talk to you about first-person shooters, Judd.
All of them, every single one of them.
Yeah, what do you think of them?
I mean, I've sort of got it like way more into single-player stuff now, just because.
You're doing exactly the progression of games I went through.
Yeah, and just because like, I don't like dealing with people. Like
just like that Centre Park story from the last podcast.
Yeah, they're so stupid, aren't they?
Yeah.
The average person is incredibly stupid.
They really are.
And yeah, I just don't want to waste my time with them. Like, I'd much rather be sat here like playing Sky, because I recently just bought Skyrim Special Edition. We all the gibbons and add-ons and all the stuff, all the DLCs, and Fallout 4.
I saw you playing Fallout 4 earlier.
Yeah, with all the special stuff and everything for £13.
Jesus,
that's really good, isn't it?
Where did you get that?
It was on Steam. There was
just
a
on Steam
sale. Yeah, there was a Steam sale on for it. It was like both of them had like minus 80% or 90% or something like that. But
speaking of sales and stuff like that, this is not a sponsor, but whenever I want to get a game now, I always look on. This sounds so much like a sponsor, doesn't it? And the thing is, if they want. If they
Go
do
on.
want to sponsor us, then fine, because it's a cool site. You have to be a little wary of it so far from what I've seen. But there's a website called G2 Play. It's not G2A, that's something else. G2play.com. And essentially, people can just, like, if they've got an old key for a game, whether it's on Xbox or PS4 or Steam, Origin, all of them.
I think the big one into it that they. But
Just any for anything really, like it could be for DLC for an actual game. If you've got a spare one, you can put it up for sale on there, so you can sell any keys that you don't think you're gonna want or use, and you can buy keys for like fucking dirt cheap. Like as in Rainbow Six Siege is the most expensive game I've tried to buy on there. If I go on Amazon now and look up Rainbow Six Siege PC, that's still £50.
yeah.
£50, which I expect it to be. It's like the latest one, so it makes sense. I can get it for £12 on G2 Play, which is insane. That's so much discount. I managed to get, what did I get? I got Batman Arkham Origins for £3.60.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And everywhere else it's like 15. So
it's still, because like obviously the Arkham game's fantastic. It's still like, a little bit like.
Yeah, so it's really, really good. And the problem with it is it's people selling the codes. It's not like a verified website or anything. So you have to be a little bit wary. But the thing is, they've got loads of measures to like help you with it. As in, they have like a ranking system for, like how eBay has a seller rating and that sort of thing. Well, you can rate sellers, so if they've got like 5-star, they're probably going to be fine. And also, they have like verified sellers as well, so people who do it a lot and their keys always work can get verified, so their key's going to work pretty much. And you can also pay for key protection, and it's like an extra £1, or sometimes it's like, it depends. It costs more depending on how much the key itself costs. But I've not seen it be more than like £1.12, and it's normally between like 50p and £1.12, so it's kind of worth it. And it basically just means that if it is someone dodgy selling you a fake key, you can just get your money back, so it's not a problem. Which this website is it's great. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like getting pre-owned games, but obviously, like, if you get a pre-owned disc, sometimes it can be a bit. It never is, because they always test them, but you can kind of worry that, maybe it's a bit scratched or whatever. But this is digital games. Like, it can't go wrong unless someone's like ripping you off. But then you've got your protection anyway, haven't you? So I always say, like, I keep looking up getting games from there. Another one that's similar is CD keys, which a lot of people know of, but I think their method's a little bit different, and they're a little bit more expensive on there, but. Yeah, it's the only problem with it is you might not find a key for the game you want, because obviously there might not be someone selling a key for that. But I've not found that happen yet. Like any game that I've looked up on it, I've not found. Which kind of circles back round to the first-person shooter thing, because I am pretty much certain that I'm gonna buy on PC Bulletstorm.
What a game!
Do you remember Bulletstorm? Because I was looking. I've been looking up 2019 first-person shooters, because I've decided I want to get into and get pretty good at a first-person shooter. Because it just looks fun. I feel like I'd have a lot of fun playing like something like Apex. I think I've landed on Apex to try and do it on so far, but I enjoyed playing Apex just anyway, even being crap at it. I quite enjoy it.
I didn't. Like we've had like opposite sort of experiences, because like I was like pretty good on Apex.
You were alright.
I hated playing it. Nah, I'm awesome, dude. Like,
no, you weren't awesome. You charged in too often, and
I won them games.
Yeah, but you weren't that good. You were just lucky, and you didn't win many games either. But anyway. So I quite enjoy that now, just anyway, even though I'm pretty trash at it. I'm not very good, but I figure if I'm good at it, like if I get good at it, if I play it a lot and get good at it, I'll probably enjoy it even more. So I kind of want to get into one. I was kind of inspired by seeing. Have you seen any gameplay for the new Modern Warfare, the 2019 one?
No, I don't give a shit. Like,
We
I don't
complained
give a
about
shit.
this on another podcast, didn't we? That there's been like
There's been like
three.
3 or 4, aren't there,
Uh,
or whatever.
they've got a new engine for Call of Duty essentially, and the engine
Yeah.
looks sick. Like it looks brilliant. And there's some stuff like like night versions of maps where you have to have night vision and stuff if you want to be able to, like in certain areas be able to see. And
Night fishing was already a thing in like the first Modern Warfare. Like,
no, it was, but not in multiplayer.
yeah, no, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was. It was. It was like you pressed up and then night fishing goggles came down.
There was no reason to ever use night vision if you did have it. I'm pretty sure you didn't have it, but maybe you did. But anyway, no one ever used it anyway. But it was like there's certain areas on the night maps on this new one that you need to use it, and it looks like really immersive what they've got. So it looks really cool. And I watched some gameplay of it, and it looked great, and it made me fancy getting into. I even watched this guy's funny Fortnite montage. Like that's not actually a joke. And
What?
and I don't know why it came up recommended, and he was just funny.
Are you sure you want to send this podcast out there? You want people to forever be able to hear I watched the funny Fortnite montage.
It wasn't it wasn't a montage. You were just trying not to aim down sights to win a game, and he didn't actually win a game. No,
I know Rifted and stuff like that.
No, but I didn't enjoy it for the Fortnite. I just the guy was funny. So, but
yeah.
and then I stumbled so I thought I might like to get into one. So I was looking up some like best. Oh, by the way, Modern Warfare 2019, no minimaps. No minimaps.
No minimaps.
Nope, no minimaps on multiplayer. No minimaps at all.
How do I feel about this?
Your camera froze. That's how you feel about it.
All right, okay. I don't know if I care.
It's crazy because I watched like a few, or I've heard a few like COD YouTubers talk about the new Call of Duty, and essentially the consensus is it seems like great. They like the changes, they like the new engine, they like everything. The guns feel weighty, the sound is awesome, but don't buy it because there's no minimaps. and that's fair enough. Like I got to the end of the first video I watched, and he went, "Oh yeah, the thing that I do want them to change is add in minimaps." I'm like, "Oh well, I'm not buying it then."
Yeah.
If they don't add minimaps before release in multiplayer, I'm out. If they do, I might get it. Maybe. I'm still iffy. I'm not that bothered, but because as shooters go, so that I'm not starting from scratch again, if I did want to get good at one, it would have to be Call of Duty, because I did spend like every teenager does a fair few years and got pretty decent at it. So yeah. What do you think of like what would you think for like first person shooters like that situation? What would be your go-to? Because Rainbow Six Siege came up a lot. Then there was Black Ops 4 came up a couple times. Weirdly, for shooters to play in 2019, Bulletstorm came up like 3 times.
Wow.
Which shows how good that game is. It came out in 2011, so...
Yeah. God, what year again? Say again. 2016, did you say?
What? When did Bulletstorm come out?
Like, what... Because you were saying, like, a specific year of stuff, weren't you?
2019, this year.
I thought you meant if one came out from a specific year, like, oh no, okay,
No, I want to, I was looking into first-person shooters to get into, now.
God,
like I was saying, the ones that came up was Rainbow Six Siege seemed to be like a good one.
Yeah, everybody.
Counter-Strike Go came up, but I installed Counter-Strike Go, played one game of practice against bots and went, fuck that.
Oh yeah, I can't be arsed with Counter-Strike, honestly. I just can't.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just me, because I'm finding it a bit in Apex, actually. But
yeah.
I was shooting these bots that are obviously fucking dumbass bots. Like, they were like, you know how bots do. They're not hard to kill. And, I couldn't kill them. I was shooting so much bullets into them and they weren't dying.
Yeah.
I was like,
I don't know.
So I was like, no, I'm not doing that then. If I'm going to be put, because obviously if I get put in a Counter-Strike Go match, they're going to be good at the game. Like, it's been out ages and it's a competitive game, so they're going to be really good at the game. I can't even shoot a bot and kill it with these mechanics. So no, I'm not playing that. So I settled on Apex because I liked that, and I have played it a bit. It's not like starting from scratch.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I have found that uh, I'm having a similar problem where I'll do a lot of damage in someone. I'll hit them a lot of times, and they won't bloody go down. They don't go down very easy at all.
Yeah.
So, did you find that when you played Apex a bit? Or
Yeah, I did a bit. To be honest, I had a thing on that where like, right, I want to get this certain badge, which is do 20,000 damage with 8 different characters, and
yeah,
I got that, and now I don't care. Like, because I never found the games like I thought it was fun, like when I won, like
yeah,
like there's that clip of me like getting super excited because we won.
yeah. When we won that one time, is that the
Yeah.
only time you've ever won a game?
No, not at all. I've won like I want to say at least 12 times, but
12. That's actually impressive. I've won once.
yeah,
That was it. That's
yeah.
the only time I've ever won.
No, but yeah, it's something like that. I don't know, but
I
like
played like half an hour for a little bit earlier, and I got a kill.
whoa.
But the thing is, this is what I'm saying. I hit a lot of shots. I shot people a lot. They just wouldn't die.
What were your damage like?
Um, like I don't know what total, because it depends how many people I've shot,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
total damage. Yeah.
Um, I don't know, like hundreds.
Well, I mean, like
It
the
depends. Like
the max health someone can possibly have is like 200 health, because that's
yeah.
like health and shield. So
So I would be taking like I don't know. I must have been taking like pretty much all the health off, but not finishing them each time.
yeah,
I did get a kill on someone, but it just I'd hit someone a lot. Like I'd hit someone like the auto shotgun. I'd hit someone
yeah,
twice, most of the spread on them. Like not all bullets, but like a big spread on them twice. That should kill them, right? So, but
yeah,
they'd be down that much health. I'd come round, hit them with like a quarter spread, still not dead. Another like pistol shot, still not dead, and then they'd kill me. So it's what do you do? So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna get into it and see if I can figure it out a bit more. Because it's not made me angry when I've been dying. It kind of just gets a bit boring because you obviously have to build up collecting all the stuff. And then if you die straight away, it's like, oh, I'll have to collect all that again now.
Yeah, yeah. It's like great. I have to go for that shit again. Awesome.
Yeah, because it's not like Call of Duty where like you'd rage and then go back into it. You kind of have to like you've got plenty of time to keep yourself calm.
Yeah,
Because you have to be running around. But I think what is good is they seem to have leveled out like the matchmaking, so you don't just get matched randomly anymore. You get matched to people of similar skill
people
level.
more your skill. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty
So
cool.
that must be a recent thing then, because that's not what it was like.
They've also got a ranked mode, so you can like make a team and like try and rank up. Which is
Oh, that's
pretty cool.
good. Yeah.
Which I would like to do, but I don't have any more friends. So, but then there's the big they've implemented all this shit, but the big thing that's missing is solos. I just wish, why don't they just put solos on? They just could
People have
though.
been saying that for a while, haven't they?
Yeah, that would make a massive difference. And I want to play solos. I'd rather be doing that.
Yeah, because you won't get any friends.
And well, you get matched with random people who that's not terrible each time, but the main problem.
I tell you what, usually it's, I'd say like 90%.
I think it's because they've leveled out the skill gap. But I think the thing is, the problem with being in a teamed one is you're against teams as well. So if you're playing like I'll use Fortnite as the example. If you're playing solos on Fortnite and you kill one person, you can generally assume that they're probably on their own. There might be a few other people near, but they're not trying to avenge a teammate. They're not together. And on Apex, you can't do that. And you just get overwhelmed by multiple people at once. So
I don't know, because I mean recently apparently Fortnite's combat has got like a lot more hectic, like
more hectic.
Yeah, it's got more hectic because it's you have like I think it was called the siphon system that like whenever you're doing damage, You're healing your health. There was stuff like that.
They've got new like traveling stuff as well, which I
Yeah.
like actually.
I don't know. I'm not really sure, and I kind of don't want to say it because I'm probably wrong. But apparently, it's got like
I
it's more
thought
fast-paced.
about downloading Fortnite and maybe getting into that, but
Don't
I
just
just
don't.
I couldn't bring myself to do that.
Can't
And
do
it
it.
weren't first person shooter either. And I think I'm trying to play with keyboard and mouse, which I'm not used to. I don't know if I should give controller a go for first person shooter. It's weird how a different shooter you can be so much worse at. As in, I think I'm pretty good at Borderlands when it comes to shooting. Like I'm with a sniper, I'm like pretty good with it. I
That's
know
probably
it's
because everything's
I know it's
pre-programmed
NPCs
and
and
you know where things are going.
kind of, but I will do like some like for a laugh. I'll do some some good trick shots and all sorts and things like that. But when it comes to Apex playing on keyboard and mouse, I play keyboard and mouse Borderlands. I don't know. I don't know if I suck. I don't know if I do either because I can't test it out frequently enough. You know, on Call of Duty, obviously, you're always fighting, always doing something, so you kind of know quite quickly if you're good or not. But the thing is, you know, when we played Apex together, I was often like, I could hold my, like I was good enough to compete with you and whoever else we were matched with. And I even pulled off some pretty good plays, like when I like nailed them 4 guys in that one area with just one Mozambique, and that, you know, I pulled.
I think I do remember that. Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a bit of a weird scenario. I think I'm just gonna. I think I just need to try a bunch of shit out. The thing is, I can't just buy a bunch of games and try them all out. You can't just do that, can you? So.
Yeah.
I've barely got any money until September, so I can't really do anything like that. But I've been tempted to get Rainbow Six Siege. To be honest, it looks good.
I played it a little bit. It's not. It is fun. It is good. It's just it's not really for me. Like I don't know if it'd be for you either. Like it's.
Is it
it's,
how
it's
is it?
quite,
Is
it's
it more
quite
Call of
slow.
Duty or more Battlefield?
It's neither. No, it's neither.
Yeah, but which one is it more?
It isn't like either. Like I can't tell you because it's just nothing.
Battlefield
like
is just fucked for me now. I used to like Battlefield, but they've ruined it. So I just don't play. I just don't bother with it at all anymore.
Like I don't know. Like if me saying me trying to answer if it's more like Call of Duty or Battlefield, it's like saying if a fish is more like a bike or a car. Like it's they're completely.
A fish is more like a bike than a car.
I'd say it's more like a car, to be honest.
Well, you're wrong though. It's more like a bike because you can't drive a car in water, but a bike will still work if you take it out of water. So it's more amphibious, innit? It can work in water better. If you like run it through water, if you ride it in water, like submerged, it'll be all right. Like a fish it likes water, doesn't it? But a car, no, don't like water. Plus,
yeah,
a lot of bikes have mud flaps on the back. That's like a fin. See? So you can do it if you want to.
You sounded like I think you sounded like Ricky
like Carl Pilkington. I know what you mean.
More like a bit more like Carl. Yeah, you were like Carl Pilkington.
But you can say if it's more like one or not. Because I've been watching. I watched a couple of videos of this guy playing it, and it looks more Call of Duty to me with some elements of Battlefield. It seems quite objective based.
It's all objective based. It's 100% objective based. Like you're not running in. You're going slow with it. You're meant to take your time and think things out. Like
this guy I've been watching, it doesn't come across like that at all. And I guess that's probably just because I've been watching like this guy who's obviously really good at it. But
guys were like, I know, I get it. Like he just sees the numbers in his head and he just responds and he knows it.
He Rain Mans it up.
Yeah, he fucking autistically Rain Mans.
The other thing that's been influencing what to pick is what's popular for streaming as well. Because I'd like, if I get good at it, I want to be able to stream it. Which, do you know what's really weird? Right now, Fortnite's only number 4 on Twitch. Number 4 most top streamy Stream.
No, I could see that. Is RuneScape one of the bigger ones or not?
No. If Ninja was still streaming on Twitch, which that's something we can talk about, it would be number 2. So think
is he
about
not
that.
streaming?
Did you not hear about that?
I don't care, do I?
He's moved from Twitch to exclusively stream on Mixer.
Mixer?
The famous streaming site, Mixer. Yeah?
Which one's Mixer?
It's a Microsoft-owned one. That's it's fairly new, but a lot of people have liked it. It's more family friendly than Twitch, I think. Like the audiences are.
More family friendly.
Yeah, the audiences are more family friendly. Which is kind of weird. But what's incredible about it is there's the top on Twitch, right? Let me read you this out. The top 5 like games or categories or whatever on Twitch to be streamed at the minute are League of Legends with 292,000 viewers. I'm guessing there's some sort of tournament on at the minute. Just Chatting, which is 162,000. GTA 5, which is 126,000. Fortnite, 120,000. Overwatch, 93,000. So fairly standard stuff for Twitch. Normally Fortnite's a little bit higher, but yeah, it's all fairly standard. On Mixer, Fortnite is number 1 with 43,000, and Ninja makes up 33,000 of those people of that audience. The next most viewed Fortnite streamer on Mixer only has 960 people watching.
Wow.
Which, I mean, for us, that's an insane amount. But and the thing is, you can just tell it's just nowhere near as popular. Like if you look on the next biggest category is music, which has 8,000 people watching, and then it's Paladins, Champions of the Realm. Don't know what that is.
Oh, Paladin! I know what Paladins is.
4,500 people watching that.
It's Hearthstone, not Hearthstone. It's Overwatch.
Oh right, yeah, Overwatch ripoff. And then it's Apex with 3,700. Then PUBG with about the same. So Twitch is obviously way bigger. There's the only big streamer on Mixer is Ninja, and it's insane.
I wonder if I have heard about this then, and just like I not process it because I don't care. Like
they must have paid him so much. I honestly think it will be like 20 million. It must be. It must be. How could they not?
I was gonna say, do you think they have that money? But then obviously it's Microsoft, isn't it? So
I'd like to know how much viewership he's lost by doing that. Because surely not everyone who watches him on Twitch has followed him over. Surely not. No, that can't happen. It's just incredible. I find all these sorts of things really interesting. But it like I say, it has influenced what I wanted to get into. Because when you think of shooters, Fortnite's number 1. The next one, when I'm currently, it's a bit mixed up. It don't normally look like this, but currently the biggest first-person shooter technically is Overwatch, but it don't really count much like a first-person shooter to me.
Do you reckon that's because of the new hero and everything?
Probably. Then the next one is Counter-Strike Go, but like I said, I dipped one toe into that and hated it.
That's completely fine, yeah.
Then the next one, I mean, there's PUBG, but that's not first person. Then the next one is Apex. But that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17th on the categories. Yeah. So it's not a terrible place to be a really good player at. Like, if you were a top streamer of that, because if I got really good at Fortnite, for example, still no one cares. Do you know what I mean? No one cares still. Even with CSGO, same thing. PUBG, people would probably start caring when you get down around there. So I think around the 30,000 viewership type place is where to be looking. Because people have regularly about 1 to 5,000 views at the top of that. Viewers at one point. So I don't know. Analytics, all of that bollocks. Which one would you pick? If you have to get good at an online shooter to stream, what would you pick?
Out of those?
I mean, you can pick whatever you want, but obviously you want to pick one that people are going to want to watch. So,
God, which one do I care about? Like,
it's not which one do you care about; it's which one do you care about the most.
Yeah. Um, I want to say Overwatch, but I don't care about Overwatch. I definitely don't care about any Call of Duties right now.
Can you get right? Because if you think about, I'm
It's
thinking
online shooter, yeah, not like Can I cheat and say uh,
Bulletstorm,
not Bulletstorm,
Borderlands.
Borderlands, yeah, because it's partly on.
No, competitive shooter, I would say. Because I'm thinking, right, the reason why Overwatch doesn't work for me is you can't like get good at that on your own, if that makes sense. So obviously, if
Yeah,
you think about Ninja, he might play like group games with some fans, but it don't matter if all his team gets killed off, he can still pull it off. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
with Overwatch, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like you can't be a star player in Overwatch.
No, that makes sense. Yeah,
So that's why I don't know. I wouldn't go for Overwatch, but I don't know. I do think Apex is probably it'd be my. It's obviously it's my choice. It's the one I'd pick. Rainbow Six Siege weren't even there, was it? I mean, that's normally up there
yeah,
somewhere.
yeah. People
Um,
people like Siege, but
where's
yeah,
Rainbow Six? Oh, it's yeah, it's 21st around there. There's about 20,000 people watching it, so that could be an option as well. Don't
yeah.
know.
I truly I don't know. I don't know if I care. I honestly
But
don't know.
which one would you pick? Do you think?
I don't know. Call of Duty maybe.
Call of Duty's not anywhere up there. Black Ops
Yeah,
4 is like
it's
on the
the only one.
fourth row.
If I did like one of the older ones or something,
You'd always have to play the latest one. That's the thing. You'd have to play the latest one each time.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's the thing though. I, I just don't give a shit about online shooters. And I know you're saying like, oh well, it should be. You know, it's not really about what you give a shit about. It's about like making money and like
no,
stuff
no,
like that.
no, no, no. It is about what you give a shit about. I'm just like asking if you had to do it. Obviously, like don't like don't like do it if you don't want to, because then it's just disingenuous and people aren't interested anyway. But
Yeah.
I was just like curious as to if you had to pick one, like which one would you go for? Um, Sort of a sub question
Yeah,
of that
probably.
is
I mean, Call of Duty, or maybe Battlefield. To be honest, not,
Battlefield's just not up there at
not,
all.
not. I know it's not there at all, but not even like the newer one. You know, like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield
Well,
4.
this is the thing. If you got
That's
into
the one
one,
I
you'd
haven't
like I
looked
say,
at.
you'd have to play the latest one.
Yeah.
So, but another question that's sort of related is if you had to play and get really good at a competitive game, to stream, so that opens it up to like League of Legends,
I'm
Dota, and
thinking,
Hearthstone,
yeah,
and all of those. Which
yeah.
one?
Well, I already am really good at Hearthstone.
I suppose, but
So,
you're not. You're still one step below what I would consider like the people who are good enough to
I don't
make a
know,
living.
dude. I don't know.
You've
I
not
don't
got to
know.
legend ever.
Rank one.
Yeah, not no legend ever.
Rank
You
one.
you need to be good enough to get to legend pretty much every time.
Rank one though. Like
This thing that you're doing is not funny, Judd.
rank one.
It's not funny.
One
So
rank.
I thought you were about to say League of Legends though, then, weren't you?
Yeah, well, apart from Hearthstone, it's probably the thing. Well, I mean, apart from Hearthstone and obviously like Skyrim and Fallout 4, it's the thing I play the most, and I don't enjoy playing the game, but I love winning.
Yeah,
Like
that is the definition of addiction right there.
yeah. Like I do not care about the game. The lore's a little bit interesting if I could be asked to look into it because it's like deep lore, like you have to go digging.
Yeah.
Well, I say go digging. I mean, you have to go onto the website and look it up for yourself and then read through it all. You know, it's not handed to you. But and then I suppose there's like things that connect different characters and you can see where they live on maps and stuff. So I guess it is deep. But
It's interesting seeing that Teamfight Tactics has been pretty popular lately. It seems to be slowly declining, to be honest, but weird. Like it seems to have come out of nowhere. That.
Yeah, that's it's Hearthstone though, isn't it? It's a Hearthstone thing.
It says it's an
Not
auto
Hearthstone,
battler.
sorry, League of Legends. It's
I think it's a bit different to that because it says it's an
no,
auto battler.
It's on the League of Legends engine is what I'm saying. Like it's made by the same people. When you go into League of Legends, you can choose to play Teamfight Tactics. It's not the same game. I think it's more like chess, but with.
I'm just looking at some gameplay of it now. It looks like it looks weird.
It looks
I don't know. I can't describe it. I don't know whether it looks good or bad because I can't describe it at all.
I'm just looking at bright flashing colours and shapes.
Yeah, I'm getting the same feeling I got from Overwatch, where I'm just looking at a bunch of colours and characters and stuff. I don't know what's going on. It looks like very in depth. It looks like you have to be clever to play it, so I'm going to avoid it like the plague.
Oh no, my mates play it. They're not clever, so.
Yeah, but they're all like Autismo type clever though, so it's
no. So, like one of the guys who plays it, Reggie, is like, you know, I'm not saying Reggie's stupid. I'm just saying that like
it's not a Stephen Hawking, is it?
Yeah.
I think maybe we should do a stream where you teach me how to play League of Legends and get really mad at me. That might be a funny stream.
That would be a funny stream. You know what, actually, Jacob?
What?
I have been I've been whoring myself out. I've been doing streams on the side. I've been unfaithful.
Have you now? If you tell us that, we can. I could have set it so that this channel hosts what like the other stream you're on, and then it's on this channel too.
Well, it's not on Twitch. It's on.
Oh, it's on Mixer, just like Ninja. We're
Mixer.
Moving over to Mixer.
If I just like ripped my face off and I was. I've been on Plexstorm. Have you heard of Plexstorm?
Plexstorm? That's even more obscure than Ninja.
I know.
Ninja? What? Plexstorm. What is that? Is that a game or is that a streaming?
No, it's a streaming site, and it's a streaming site which
Plexstorm?
mainly titty streamers do it.
Nothing is coming up on here on Google.
How are you spelling it?
Plexstorm.
Plex Storm.
Oh, Plexstorm.
Yeah, it's
Plexstorm.
It's a titty streaming thing basically.
This stream is not safe for work. Show it anyway. It's just a guy playing Minecraft. That's hilarious. It's just some guy playing Minecraft. There's nothing wrong with it.
but the thing is, that dude like might get his dick out. Like,
oh, is this all like allowed to do that? Like, you can be naked and that.
Plexstorm is like anything as long as it's not illegal.
I've just looked at all the games, like the top games that people are playing, and they're all anime nudie games. All of them. Every single one. There's not a normal game. The only normal game I've found so far down is Bugs Must Die. Weird.
But I've been on there mainly because you know the girl who was in from America on the streams a bit ago.
Yeah.
She does that, and basically she was like, if you go on there with me and like you have some games with me, I'll promote your Twitch channel as well. So. I've been doing some work for us on the side, my dude.
Nice one. And, well, I
it
fully
was fun,
appreciate it.
I mean, she had like 30, 40 viewers, obviously, because she was getting the big tits out, you know. So it was.
Yeah, I'm trying to click on like a weird stream, like to see. Let me see what this like not safe for work guy's doing. No, he's just playing Minecraft. That's all he's doing.
Yeah, well,
he has got a massive beaky nose though.
That's it.
Yeah, it's got 89 viewers. There's not many people view this. I mean, the highest viewing stream currently has got 87 viewers watching.
Yeah.
And there's lots of people on it who don't seem to be like nudie streamers in any way. They're just.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be. It's just that's what people use it the most for. So.
This is weird though. I mean, I'm watching this current one where she's playing. Well, she's playing something. It doesn't seem very important to what's happening. And in the top left corner, it says, become a sub, get a 3-min dildo pussy tease. And I think she's currently doing it, because she's pulling some faces. I mean, you can't see it, like it's under a dressing gown or whatever she's wearing. but she's pulling
I
some
guess that's
faces.
the
She
thing.
weirdly, she also has a weird beaky nose. So is that like a requirement of this
They all
site
have-
that you need to have a beaky nose?
Every one of them has a beaky nose.
There's
awesome.
there's one here that's got he's had 8.4 thousand views, but there's no one watching him currently, and it says he's called Jebra. Jebra presents Morning Randomness. Maybe that's his whole thing. He's not streaming live apparently currently. Is this person streaming live? She's got a racy picture. Wait, currently it's only advertising me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. Is there only 5 people streaming on this site currently?
Not many people use it at all. Like,
There's only
maybe,
5 people on right now.
Yeah, maybe. Like, that's barely anybody uses it.
So
and it's in beta, so...
So they've got a top streamer, like a top channels section. And it can fit 10 channels on it. They've not managed to fit all the slots.
Yeah.
They've only fitted 8 of them. There's only 8 streamers total on this site.
Nobody's concurrently using it. Nobody's like consistently using it.
So
Like,
do you know the username of this girl who you streamed with on this site?
It's not Pair Drop Puppo.
Oh
Do you
wait,
remember?
hold on, let me see. Currently, it doesn't say that at all on here.
I feel like they have to be online to even go on. I can send you the link.
Hold on.
I think you have to have the link. It's
right, that kind of makes sense.
The way the website's set up, I think, is garbage. I think the website itself's garbage.
Yeah, anyway, I think I don't know what to think about this, honestly. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued.
She was like, oh well, because how you are, Jordan.
Right, I think I found
how
it.
you talk and stuff. She was, she was like, not for us to do like fucking titty streams, but I mean like, because that's not all Plexstorm is. Like, people use it mostly for that, but they don't have to. It's because obviously I'm always saying something which I probably shouldn't say. And you're always pressing the it's just a joke button, but it's because Plexstorm doesn't have any rules on that.
Yeah.
So, like, say the N-word and like that. There's no repercussions from that.
What I'm seeing here, though, I think I'm on the right channel for the one you were on, and you have to pay in some sort of tokens to unlock past broadcasts.
Yes, that is that. Yeah,
she
have to do that. Yeah.
She does long ass streams. There's one here that's over 6
No, I know
hours.
she's just like 6 hours, like 5, 6 hours, 7 hours, stuff like that. Yeah.
And here's an example of some of the things. I mean, you can tip. It's in PD, whatever that is. I think it's
Plexstorm points. I think. Yeah.
Plexstorm dollars.
Dollars.
So you can pay 5. I don't know how much it is to buy these, but I mean it's 5 of them for a blowing a kiss, 15 for an. I mean, I don't know what that says. It's just a bunch of letters. I'm going to try and pronounce it. I think it says ahegao.
The thing with the peace signs and the rolling the eyes.
Isn't that what is that what the Belle Delphines do? Is that what they do?
Did you say the Bella Delphines?
Yeah, is that what those ones do?
So old.
No, I know what she is. And then just to get her to moan, you have to do 25. Surely a moan is less sexual than the weird Japanese sex face thing.
Well, I don't know.
And to show feet, it's 35. And then it ramps way up to tit flash. It's an extra 25 if you want those tits to bounce, though.
On top of that?
Yeah, on top of the 50, it's an extra. It's 75 for the tits to bounce.
Prices, don't you?
To put lotion on them, 220.
Wow.
What's the biggest? You can do 1,000, and that's just if you want to feel like a sugar daddy, and it'll fund her. The most sexual thing you can tip for, well, there's 2. It's joint. 600 PD. No idea, like, how much that is in money.
The conversion rate.
I have no idea. But it's either ride dildo for 3 minutes, or wand until I come. So I'm guessing Harry Potter's like hooked her up with something, or
do, do, do. He's like leering over and going like, "Oh yes, this is amazing."
So that's that. That's incredible. Weird. Anyway, that's a good end to that podcast. We've been going for a while talking about all that crap.
No, but, and no, I would like to say though, I'm on that channel sometimes. If you're into that, then look up Pear Drop Popper while she's on, because obviously she's advertised us because she listens to us podcasts and everything. She really likes us stuff.
Go for it. She seemed fun. I would tune into one of those streams.
Would you pay her?
No, I don't. I'm broke.
Would you pay her to do?
I wouldn't pay her to do anything.
That's the reason, Helena.
I wouldn't pay her to do anything, obviously, but the audience should, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I wouldn't be there for the nudie stuff either. Like, I mean, if I want nudie stuff, I can just watch porn. Let's be honest.
I've never got. Again, I guess I feel like I sound like I'm bashing it, and I'm absolutely not.
We're definitely not doing that. Definitely not doing that.
Yeah, and I know I want you to say that you're not doing that either.
No,
as well,
definitely not. That's not what I'm doing, or both of us. We're not doing that.
It's just.
It's not what we do. It's not us. Like, we don't like that.
No,
I mean, there's plenty of people who can go and watch that, and they'll be like, "Ooh, this is the best thing I've ever seen." Great, fine, you'd go do that. That'd be fun.
I think I've asked it before, and I think part of it is that people giving them their money is part of the thrill. Like they love that.
Yeah,
they give
I can understand it. I can understand it. So it's almost like it's just the same as going to a strip club, I guess, isn't it?
I can't understand. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, I suppose you get more out of this than you would at a strip club.
I don't know. A strip club's real life, but
yeah, but I guess you get private shows and stuff.
Anyway, that's the end of a podcast, because otherwise it's going to take forever to upload. Yeah, that's the end of a podcast. Thanks for listening. Check out all the things we've mentioned. Just watch the rest of the podcast. That's great. Okay, end of a podcast. Goodbye.